Howdy guys, welcome back to another video. So, I made a video in the past talking about how you can make these short animations for TikTok or Instagram Reels or any social, really. And here's the results of that. It's actually kind of weird. So a while back in that video, I talked about like the new animation meta where, I'm lightly animating these images and instead of fully animating like characters and stuff because it's just easier to pump out. It caters more to social media because it's very quick. It's not something long and drawn out that you have to watch. And I have here that artwork that I posted, and I had it on Instagram for maybe about 3 months. I want to say at least for like 3 months, and it gained 304 views and 14 likes, which is good. It's cool. It's fine. Then I took the same video after, showing my process on YouTube and everything. I posted it on TikTok at 4:13 p.m. and then I set my phone down for a little bit and I waited. Then, because I got impatient, I checked my phone at 4:45, exactly 32 minutes later, not even a full hour, and that video was already at 755 views, 30 likes, and 2 people saved it to their favorites. Now, for me, that's pretty good. In terms of reach, at least. It's not like the best, obviously, but like, it's pretty good, I think. So, let's keep doing it. And again, I want to make it clear and known that likes and favorites and numbers shouldn't be like the goal. It shouldn't be what you're striving for. I just wanted to analyze it because it's very interesting to see what effect it has on my artwork, if any at all. And I also wanted to make those, I wanted to make that drawing for like my enjoyment as well. Like I was going to do it whether or not I posted it. I was going to make that drawing anyways, that little short animation. So don't get it twisted. You shouldn't care about likes and favorites and all that other numbers junk. Do it because you want, okay? But anyways, we're gonna do it again. So we're back doing it again. And if you guys saw my first couple of videos of me exploring Clip Studio, if you want to check them out, they're right here. You can basically see in those videos while I was exploring, I did the rough sketch for this character. I scaled her all the way up because I didn't like how the legs were looking in the composition. And then I moved on to the line art phase. And a couple things about the line art phase that I didn't really go over in my Clip Studio breakdown, walkthrough, whatever. I did kind of feel the lag a little bit that I was mentioning in those videos where, I don't know, my pen just trails behind even though I got rid of the stabilization and stuff like that. But you know what? It wasn't the worst, and it actually wasn't too big of a pain. And I do want to say, I like the way that the brushes felt. And I don't know how to describe the feeling, because it's just more of a feeling. But the texture of the brush felt really nice, as well as most other brushes and pens that I used. And yeah, they just felt nice. And that's one thing that I'm trying to get into the habit of, like in Photoshop, is I use my brush as like my main like source of creating and drawing lines, because like the pen tool is more for shapes, and the pencil tool, I mean, honestly, in Photoshop, I don't even go near the pencil tool because I don't really understand what it does. I don't go near the pencil tool in like any Adobe program, to be honest. It's just weird. But in CSP, and that's how I'm going to refer to Clip Studio Paint from now on, it's just easier to say. But in CSP, there's like a fully functioning pencil tool, brush tool, and pen tool. Like each tool feels exactly like what it says it is. Like they just have like a feel and a visual aesthetic of the mediums that you're trying to use. Whereas opposed to Photoshop, the pen tool and the pencil tool have like very different quirks rather than being used as what their real life function is. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm sure someone kind of knows what I mean, but anyways, I liked all the options that I had, and I moved on to coloring. And coloring was pretty cool. However, I'm just like super rusty with color, and I started playing around with all the different lighting options I could think of, as well as also seeing how fast or different I could color it using like my typical method of coloring, which is basically just making masks, layer masks and whatnot. I also did see on a Clip Studio ad that there was like a, what do you call it? There's like a lighting assist. And I honestly, I gotta try that next time because that seemed really cool. It kind of feels like cheating. I don't know how okay I am with it, but honestly, I'll give it a try. It looks pretty neat. You know, if I can get over the whole like cheating thing, it does look pretty neat and does look pretty cool. So I'm gonna give that a try sometime soon. But yeah, it's weird. I feel like I'm saying nothing, but I'm also saying everything at the same time because there was like so much that was introduced to me when I started coloring. But to try and keep it short, I feel like I had a wider range of colors when working in CSP. I didn't feel as limited for some reason. And I feel like I got way smoother blends when it came to painting in some of the values and like smoothing out parts that needed to blend. Photoshop also has a really fantastic painting system, but CSP felt nice. Again, I can't explain the feeling, but all I can say is that I did exactly what I would have done in Photoshop, except when I did it in CSP, it felt more nice and controlled. Like it should go without saying, but it's like almost as if this app was made for painting. It just feels good. I don't know. Now, I did struggle a while because I wanted my character to be in the dark while holding basically what I would consider is maybe like a lightsaber type of weapon. And then she was going to have electricity going around her. And I started trying to make the lighting more blue so I could incorporate all that stuff a little easier later on. And, you know, so it would, I guess, blend easier when I put it in After Effects. But that was very difficult. I could not seem to get the lighting right. It just felt so not right. And I also wanted like really intense highlights on my character so that it could show off the elements of light and electricity in the weapon. But again, I struggled really hard with that. But I eventually started to change my mind and I started to go for like more of a fire theme. And I think I enjoyed that route a lot more. The colors felt like more harmonious and I could get more of a mental picture of what I wanted and what I was going for. And I just started rendering with all those new ideas in mind, and then I kind of merged them into one layer so that it would be easier to export later. And I think switching to the warmer colors actually did, like, I don't know, they just clicked for me a little more. Maybe, you know, cooler colors are a bit of a weakness for me, but warmer tones, I don't know, it just felt like it fit the vibe a lot more, and it kind of went with the red dress. And like, I don't know, it was just so difficult, I think, for me to get those cool colors in there when everything was already so warm and it had like those kinds of colors. I don't know, color is still something that's a little hard for me to tackle, but I think I am starting to get a little better at it. And I do want to do some more studies as time goes on and as I keep learning CSP. And I also want to mention that I'm kind of, I don't want to sound like I'm dragging these videos out, but I kind of like this little project series that I have going on where like you guys get to see how, like you guys get to see or watch every step of the process of where, you know, I opened up the program and then how I approach the sketch and then how I actually draw it. In this video, you get to see the line art and you get to see a little bit of the color and so on and so forth. I really want to show that process, and it's weird because I feel like I could do it in one video, but I also kind of like spreading it out across different videos because I don't know, I just feel like I can talk about things a little more in detail and give you guys a little extra, not knowledge, but I guess a little more of what I'm thinking and what's going on in my brain when I'm coming up with all this stuff. I don't know, maybe you guys don't like it. And if you don't, tell me in the comments and maybe I'll change it up. Maybe this could have been a one-shot video, but I don't know. I kind of like doing it like this, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm really happy with how my character came out, and I haven't even included the background yet. I was going for kind of a 2D cell shading kind of look with some highlights and some gradients mixed in. Nothing too heavy on that end because I do want to keep it kind of like more cell shaded. But yeah, I really enjoyed how my character came out. And then in the next video, I'm going to move on to how I tackled the background. So be ready for that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That concludes this video. Just wanted to talk to you guys about like my experience using Clip Studio a little more, give you guys some info and an update on the stats of how my last artwork went. And yeah, let's see where it goes from here, you know? Let's see what happens with this next project. So don't forget, at the end of this video, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave something in the comments for me to read. I'll respond. I'm pretty good at responding. I'll be responding for the first hour that y'all are on there. So, you know, I don't know. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. Alrighty. You take care. Thanks for joining me on another video. Talk to you later, homies.